My name is Emma, and
What in the world is so funny?
I don't know.
No. Hi everybody, this is the Hall family. We're here today. We're basically going to be talking about family and what that means to each one of us individually, and sharing some few scripture, and basically sharing from our hearts what we think family really means to us.
So thanks so much for joining us and letting us come into your home for today's daily devotional. We get to talk about the word family, and this is us. This is the Halls right here. I asked all of these guys if they would be willing to jump in and to participate in this daily Devo video. And I didn't give them a word. Everybody said yes. They're not going to get grounded for not participating or anything like that. They all said sure. And I asked them, would you give some thought and some prayer to what do you think? What is relevant to you? This is my son Jaden, my daughter Emma, my son Jonah, and of course my wife Elisa. And I asked them, what's something, why don't you pray and come up with a word that you feel like the Lord has given you that should be a characteristic that every healthy Christian family has within them as a foundation of their home and of their lives.
My word was loyalty, and obviously we have some brothers here, and my verse was Proverbs 17:17, and it says, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. And obviously we're going through a time of adversity with this COVID and the quarantines and things like that, and I just think that it's a great time to focus on fighting for each other as a family and being loyal to each other, even if we're getting on each other's nerves sometimes, that we're fighting for each other, for our relationships with each other, and that our loyalty is to each other for the good, for our relationship with each other as parents for each other, as husband and wife, and parents for the kids, and siblings for each other, and siblings for the parents even, and that we just fight for each other.
Yeah, so my word I chose was serving, and basically I think, Jesus talks about it in Luke chapter 9, where he says, the least among you will be the greatest among you. And basically, I think it is super healthy, especially for a Christian family, because we're called to share the light of God. We're called to be Christ-like, and the greatest way to show that and truly reflect the heart of Jesus is to serve each other, to serve our family. And, especially within the family, it builds that team goal and it builds that leadership, and so that's basically what I think about it. I think serving is the number one thing as far as family.
Sorry.
I said I was going to just say something out of Songs of Solomon, but I guess we're not doing that, so you can go.
That's for a different Devo at a different time. Coming back at you at a Devo near you somewhere.
Yeah, so my word was real, and just being real with your family. We all struggle with things, we all have problems, and your family is the one that will look out for you, and they're not going to pass any judgment towards you. And
That's good.
Yeah, except for
That's
you.
good. Sissy, anything you want to add? So for me, I just want to encourage everybody. I think a great word that every healthy Christian family ought to have. All of these words have been awesome. Loyalty, being servants to each other, being real with each other and honest and that kind of thing. And then really, I think sacrifice is an incredible thing that ought to be the hallmark, or certainly it should be very significant. I mean, think about this. Jesus said in John chapter 15, he said, greater love has no one than this. And then he described it. He said that he would lay down his life for his friends. That's an incredible sacrifice. So he equated love to sacrifice. In Romans chapter 5, it talks about, but God demonstrates his love for us in this, it was while we were sinners that Christ died for us. And so again, he equates love being demonstrated through sacrifice. And I think it's probably easy. I think it at least comes easier anyway for us as parents to sacrifice it. It's a sacrifice when we get up, we go to work, it's pretty easy to make certain sacrifices as parents. I have found anyway, I think Elise and I have found, but then it's a little more challenging to make other sacrifices that just don't naturally come as easy to us. And so I just want to leave you with this, especially if you're a parent and you're watching, of course, because our key word, what we're focusing on today's daily devotional is on family. So if we're going to be a healthy, Christ-like family, not only loyalty and fighting for each other, right? It's pretty easy to fight against each other and to fight with each other. But healthy Christian families should be fighting on behalf of each other, for each other's hearts, and always working to get closer together, serving each other, being real and honest and open with each other, being able to be transparent with who we are. Sacrifice, when we want to demonstrate love for each other. Parents, I just really want to encourage you, and even siblings also, remember that love, we know, of course, is spelled L-O-V-E. But when you're trying to demonstrate love to your kids or to your family members, there may not be a greater way to spell love than T-I-M-E. Spending time with each other and time together. And sometimes that requires sacrifice on our parts. It might require turning the TV off. It might require not going and participating in one of your favorite hobbies today. It might require coming home a little earlier from work or that type of thing. But we never get time back. That's one of those resources that we can never, ever even go back a second. We can't go back a minute. We can't go back a day. And so time is such an incredible resource. I want to encourage you to be proactive, to make sacrifices, to invest time into your family. And lastly, I just want to encourage you to demonstrate love, to be very proactive of speaking words that build each other up. I believe that each one of my family, I'm so blessed. It's not that we've never made mistakes, and it's not that we've never said words that have hurt each other's feelings, but we are all very proactive to be mindful, to speak words that build each other up, to tell each other great job. We communicate I love you on a regular basis. In fact, I was just joking, telling somebody the other day that just last night when I was putting Emma to bed, I said, "Hey, have I told you I love you today?" She said, "I don't think so, Dad." And I said, "Well, I love you a million, trillion, quadrillion." And she said, "Well, what's that, like 5 million?" I said, "No, that's like 500 billion trillion. That's so much. I love you." So speak words, not just I love you, but tell each other great job. Tell each other, invest in each other the things that you see in each other, that you see Christ-like characters, or you see somebody working hard, or saying even just simple words like thank you and please and those types of things. When you put all this stuff together, I know that I feel like I get to be a part. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. I feel like I get to be a part of the greatest family on the planet because I'm married to the greatest woman, and I feel like I have the 3 greatest kids on the planet. I love these guys so very much. I see in each one of them, each one of my family, they are fiercely loyal. They are amazing servants with each other. We're very real and honest and open with each other, and we have a lot of fun in this house too. So, Emma, you want to say goodbye to everybody before we go?
No thanks.
No?
Awesome.
Okay, you got one last thing?
Love is good. The opposite of good is evil. And love, spelled backwards, is evil with an O. So don't.
That's right.
So don't be loved backwards.
That's right. Don't be loved backwards. That is good. That's the word for the day. Today's word for the day. Don't be evil, but overcome evil with good. That's what the Bible has to say. God bless you guys. We love you guys. From the Hall family to your family, we're praying the blessing of all of God's grace and His kingdom blessing on your lives. Have a great day.